Good morning, everybody. Mr. Flanders here. Welcome to day 5 of our spelling and our reading at home. All right, I'm going to be honest with you. It is a bit of a heavier day this morning, a bit of a heavier workload, but it'll be great because we're going to get through this and we're going to get through this together. All right, so make sure you have this worksheet in front of you. It's going to say Lesson 8, okay? And it's just going to be this story that we're reading, and we're going to answer these questions. And what's even better is after we're done with this, you can color this awesome picture down at the bottom, okay? On top of that, please make sure you have these 2 spelling worksheets in front of you. In your packet, they should be printed pretty close to each other. You're going to need this one for writing, you're going to need this one for reading and for listening. So again, make sure you have them in front of you. All right? We're going to go over what to do with these in just a second. All right? See you in a sec.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take a look at the last ELA and spelling assignments for this week. Before we get to it, though, first things first, our names, please. Put your name at the top of your paper. Boom. All right. So, the directions say, read the story at the top of the page. Finish the sentences about the story, and then color the picture. I think that sounds pretty good. I'm going to take it a step further, though. So in just a moment, I'm definitely going to read the story with you guys. We're going to go over the 5 questions, but I also am going to encourage you to practice reading this on your own at home with a parent. Okay? Just because I want to make sure that it's not just me doing the reading. I mean, I know how to read, but I want you guys to really focus on building those skills up until we get back to class, okay? Because once we get back to class, that's when we're going to be hitting the books really hard. But for now, I want you to practice as much as you can at home, especially with this little stuff that we're doing. So a couple reminders with that then before we get started. Remember, every time you see a letter that has a line over it, okay, it is going to make that letter sound. So instead of saying ah, this O would say O, okay? This A would say exactly the A sound. This little baby E says nothing. It's so tiny, it's not supposed to say anything. We got the I here for I. It's got the line over it. We've got the A again here. Definitely want you guys to remember that the ER, if you notice they're kind of touching each other, it's because they make the sound together. Then we've got ing, 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 ing. And then we've also got a double E. Anytime we get a double E together, it always makes the E sound together. And then we got sh, 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 sh. Sorry, guys. All right, so just a couple sounds I want you guys to remember and practice while you're at home. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into this. Here we go. I have a old goldfish. I have a goldfish. Her name is Tops. Her name is Tops. I think Tops is a fine pet. I think Tops is a fine pet. I never have to ache, ache, take, her, or, a, walk. I never have to take her for a walk. And, she, ever, never, runs, away, and she never runs away. I can, see, her, swimming, every day. I can see her swimming every day. All right. Now, if you guys noticed, I went through this passage, this story, and I basically read just about all the words while breaking them down into their sounds. That was partially to help you guys know what sounds to expect while you're reading, and the other way is just to reinforce maybe some of the skills that we forgot since we were last in class. Now I'm going to read the whole story together. Okay? So please follow along. I have a goldfish. Her name is Tops. I think Tops is a fine pet. I never have to take her for a walk, and she never runs away. I can see her swimming every day. Okay, so we've got a goldfish. Her name is Tops. She's a good pet. Never have to take her for a walk, and she never runs away, and you can see her swimming every day. I like it. So we got 5 questions we need to answer for it real quick. First question. I have a gold blank. Well, the answer here is in the first sentence. I have a gold what, everybody? Fish. So I'm going to underline the word fish, and I'm going to write it on this line. I have a gold fish. Good. Number 2. Tops is her blank. Well, we're going to find this answer in sentence number 2. And just in case you forgot, at the end of each sentence, you're generally going to find a little dot like this, or like a question mark or something like that. This means that that's the end of one sentence, and then we're moving on to another one. So this is sentence number 2 right here. I know that because there's a period here. That's the second period. That means this is the second sentence. So Tops is her blank. Her name is Tops. Tops is her name. That's right. I'm going to underline this so you know how to spell it. Name. Tops is her name. Good. Number 3. My goldfish is a fine blank. My goldfish is a fine blank. Well, for this one, since we're on question number 3, we should look at sentence number 3. I think Tops is a fine pet. My goldfish is a fine pet. Pet is the word, my friends. Very good. Pet. Number 4. I never take her for a blank. I never take her for a blank. I never have to take her for a walk. Walk. I never take her for a walk. And then number 5. I see Tops swimming every day. Didn't even need to look it up there. I can see her swimming every day. Very good, guys. Very good. All right. As you're finishing up, remember, okay, you do get to color this picture. This is of, I don't know the girl's name. You can come up with a name for her. But the fish's name is Tops. So you can color Tops and his owner. Okay. So go ahead and finish that up, and then you can color. You will be coloring on your own, though. I will not be coloring with you right now. Instead, I'm going to encourage you to take another moment, and then we are going to move on to our spelling. Okay? Now, we can't do a regular spelling test. Okay? And now if you'll notice, you've got these 2 worksheets in your packet. Okay? Now, since we can't do a normal spelling test, here is your job. Okay? This is going to be kind of like a spelling test right now. Your job is going to be to copy the sentences over onto the line that they belong. So sentence number 1 goes on line number 1. Sentence number 2 goes on to line 2. Sentence number 3 goes on to line 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8. Okay? Here is your job. Okay? Your job is going to be to copy these sentences over to the paper and then underline the spelling word. Now, some of these sentences are going to have 2 spelling words. You're going to need to underline 2 spelling words if you see that, okay? So, with that being said, I'm going to show you real quick what the expectation is. So first, you're going to write your name. All right, so my name is at the top of my paper. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to write sentence number 1 on line number 1, like this. He sat. Period. And there's only 2 words here, but one of them is the spelling word. And that would be sat. So I'm going to underline sat. Okay? Then I'm going to look at sentence number 2. Sentence number 2 says, that is my hat. That is my hat. So I'm going to write down that is my hat. Period. The period shows us that the sentence is ending. Remember that. So I've written that is my hat. Now this sentence has two spelling words in it. So I'm going to underline the two spelling words. Your job next on your own is going to be to write these sentences over on this side of the paper, and you're going to underline the spelling words. Okay? Now, normally, this wouldn't be how we're doing our spelling tests, but you know, we gotta work with what we got, right? So this week, I'm going to allow you to use your spelling list to look for the spelling words. Okay? So if you've got your spelling list from the first day, when you have to write the spelling words 3 times each, you are allowed to use that list. Okay? But normally this wouldn't be how our spelling tests are, and normally I wouldn't allow for something like that to happen, but right now I will allow it. And just in case you're still wondering what I'm talking about, this is what I'm talking about. This is your spelling list, okay? You are allowed to use this to see which words are in the sentences, okay? That is perfectly allowed right now. I'm not going to yell about it. I want you guys to get used to this routine until we can get back into the classroom. All right? Now, I'm not going to leave you without reading the last of these sentences, though. I want you to make sure you know what the sentences are before you go off. All right, so sentence number 3 says, she has a dog and cat. She has a dog and cat. Number 4, that Matt is old. That Matt is old. Number 5, the boy and girl ran home. The boy and girl ran home. Number 6, the cat sat on a mat. The cat sat on a mat. Ooh, there's a lot of spelling words in there. Number 7, he has a hat of red. He has a hat of red. Number 8, we sat on top of the hill. We sat on top of the hill. All right, guys and gals, you are on your own now. All right, your job is to copy these sentences over and underline the spelling words like I did before. Okay, you are looking for all of your spelling words in each sentence, and you are allowed to use your spelling list from Monday on this worksheet. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. Otherwise, that's it from me this week for spelling and for ELA. It's been a really good week. I'm really proud of the work you guys did, and I'm really excited to see what happens next week. All right, guys, for now, take it easy. Have a fun and safe weekend, and I'll catch up with you later.